another beekeeper asking a question. See if I can find a drone. So when you're yeah, those are hive beetles that are running around.
You see hive beetles? Yeah, I see one.
Yeah, those hive beetle. Squish them when you get a chance. Nobody likes them.
Do you use oil traps for your?
No, it's, you know, Bill's okay with this place here being in the shade. If you keep your bees out in wide open sun, they're less likely to have hive beetles. Like I would keep my bees out in that wide open field right there, rather than put them in here under the shade, because bees can handle a tremendous amount of heat. Hive beetles can't. So I don't have hardly any hive beetles in my hives because of where I keep them. So if you've got that option, keep them out in the wide open sun.
How do you get rid of hive beetles?
They have hive beetle traps. And, you know, it's more about environmental issues. But hive beetles are kept under control by the bees if the bees are healthy. I'm trying to find a drone here. So, it's okay, like, if you run your fingers across bees like that, get them moving. You don't want to, like, hold them. You hold them just to run your fingers across them like that, get them moving. Like, if you're looking for a queen, it's nice to have them moving. So there's a drone right there. I'm going to show you what I do. So when I catch them, I catch them by the wings. Like I've got that guy by the wings, right? And then what I try to do is I try to catch him by his legs. And they've got three legs on each side. And it's important to catch more than one leg. If you only catch one leg, you spin it off, right? But if you catch two legs, they can't move. And that doesn't hurt them at all. So then I just I was messing with Bill because he's got all his bills, or all his queens are white. So I was marking the drones white, but not very nice. So I'm going to mark this one red. So when you take these pens, you dab them. You just dab them like that. So then you just put this right there, and you just dab them. That's all there is to it, to mark them.
Is this like the window writer pen, or is it specific?
This is a Pasca. You can buy them for like $3 on Amazon. So the advantage of marking your queens is that when you go in later and you want to so what I'll do is when I catch a queen, I'll normally try to like drop it back here. If I've dropped her out here before, and then she's gone, flew off. And we don't really want that. So, what's that? Yeah. But what I would suggest is if you want to just practice marking queens, or if you want to mark your queens, start with drones. Just practice. Don't mark 30 drones, and by the time you get done with 30, you're like, okay, I got it. Right? So you catch them by the wings, catch more than one leg, and then just dab them. And then just put them back.
No, there are little gadgets you can put them in to mark them as well, right?
It just doesn't work as well. So the other thing you have to consider too is when you're marking, you really have to do it barehanded. So if you don't feel comfortable doing it barehanded, then maybe not try to do it yet, because it's more likely you're going to injure them.
What about Sharpies?
Well, that's kind of like the pen like that. It's just, I don't know, I guess it's got some kind of special
latex paint.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Latex?
it doesn't bother them.
Yeah.
The Sharpie's got another type of paint.
Yeah. So see how the bees are on the end? So watch this. When I put my fingers there, guess what? They go away. They don't. I just put it there, and then eventually they're going to move away. Because they really don't like my fingers. But they're not going to attack my fingers. They just don't like them. So then I just slowly go in there. And that's one of the most important things, is to always go slow. When you try to rush, that's when you have problems. Now look at this one. Look what we have there. What is all that stuff right there? Yeah, this is what they call cap brood. All this stuff here is cap. So that means it's older than 9 days old. And that stuff will emerge in 21 days. So the progression is, just remember, 3, 6, 9. 3 days old, they're still an egg. 3 to 6, they're a larva. On day 9, they calf. So who wants to mark a drone? You want to try one? You might have to take your glove off.
Yeah, you could be our queen doctor at the house.
So there's a drone up there. So there's the drone. So when you go in, you have to go in confidently and just pick it up. Let me see if I can get some of the drone. This black one right here. Now you want to pinch it. There you go. Pinch it by the wings. Go down and grab it. Grab it. There you go. Now, grab it by the body. There you go. Now grab it by the feet. Boy, that's perfect.
Wow. Yay, good job.
Let's make this one green. And now, your mom get a picture of you marking.
That was pretty good. He's going to be the queen marker.
Okay. Right on top. Right on top. A little bit more. A little bit more. Dab it right on there. And switch it with my red pen.
They run fast. It's hard to get them sometimes.
There you go. There you go. Perfect. Now set it back down. Just shake it off if you want. That's good. Here, come on.
Not so much.
Yeah.
I see that.
You gotta aggressively go after it.
I got them.
Okay, now try to grab 3 legs on one
I
side.
got 3 legs.
Perfect.
All right, buddy. All right.
Now back there.
You should have let me get a video.
All right, there you
That's
go.
pretty
honey.
cool.
There you go. And the advantage again is that when you mark them, then you get to they're easier to pick off later. Now all his bees here are marked white, so that's what we'll be looking for later. But so this frame here, we have capped brood here, and then look at how we have uncapped brood out here. See how they look like white snails outside there?
Yeah, they do.
Outside that capped stuff, see they look like white snails on the inside?
Yeah.
So that's younger, right?
That's younger. Those are they get capped at day